to fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is The Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. This piece is from thedailycaller.com, links on my site. I know the election's just happened, but I just want you to listen to this piece. This is only part of it. An independent candidate for Seattle City Council announced on Wednesday that he is dropping out of the race. Nothing unusual, you'd think there. That happens all the time. But the piece continued. Due to what he described as racial and sexual harassment of his wife by left-wing activists. Christopher Rufo, a documentary filmmaker, and you can find him on Vimeo, by the way, made combating Seattle's activist class, and the ideologues on our city council, unquote, a central part of his campaign for the election in 2019. That's what it says, 2019. That's probably a typo. I think it's 2018. But the activists appear to have won. Quote, I hoped that this would be a campaign of ideas, but I quickly discovered that activists in this city have no interests in ideas. Since the campaign launch, they have harassed and threatened my family non-stop. I was prepared to take the heat, but unfortunately they have focused their hatred on my wife and children, Rufo told supporters Wednesday in an email. They have made vile racist attacks against my wife, attempted to get her fired from Microsoft, and threatened sexual violence. They have even posted hateful messages on my 8-year-old son's school Facebook page. I know that as the race progresses, the activists will ratchet up their hate machine and these attacks will intensify significantly, he wrote in an email. And the piece continues, but I urge you to read the full piece. Now, I want to know when people are going to demand the unmasking of these left-wing socialist terrorists, because that's what they are. They must be held accountable for their actions in a democratic country. We cannot allow intimidation of this sort or any sort to continue, just as we can't allow people lying about who they are to get elected. Because if these people are not held accountable, the next round is more than likely to prove deadly. And as someone recently said, they are, as they said, attacking the right wing. Well, aren't those the very people who know how to defend themselves? So I would say to them, be very careful what you wish for. I believe, if I'm correct, that some states actually have a stand your ground law. So in the future, that has a real possibility of turning very ugly indeed, doesn't it? You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab and email. You can now find us on Spotify. Just go to the podcast section and type Canadian Politics with a Twist and you'll find us. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio, and please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.